big head ass boy.
What's happening, man? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome everybody to another episode of Leave It on the Court podcast with your host Jay Dimes and my little bro Giannis, where we talk about NBA basketball, everything basketball. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I need everybody to go to that YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, likes, and shares one time. You feel me? Check us out on TikTok. Check us out on Instagram, of course, every Saturday. And check us out on Facebook too. Also, um, last week I made a mistake. The show is called FUQ. He thought. Fuck he thought. That's how she's spelling it. FUQ. He thought. So be looking forward to that broadcast coming out soon. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna post it everywhere so y'all can hear it. You know, I had to go in for the guys one time, represent one time. You know what I mean? Also get the merch. Make sure you hit that Cash App up when you go to the Facebook. I mean to the YouTube channel, man. Help the channel grow. Other than that, what we got going on, Brody?
We want to get into the NBA's the NBA OG talk with Steph, Brown, and KD. We're going to speak on the Jimmy Butler trade request, and then we're also going to talk about Mike Brown. But before we do all that, I just want to say happy holidays from the Leave It on the Court panel to everybody. Hope you all got what y'all want for Christmas and Kwanzaa and so on and so on. And also, before we get into the subjects, man, did you see any of the Christmas games at all?
Of course I did.
Man,
Of course I did.
man, that was exciting as hell. They said the viewership for these Christmas games is up 82% from last year. Wemby dropped 42. Steph with some clutch buckets, only to be let down by Austin Reeves. That mother, boy, I swear to God. Great games. Phoenix played, man. AE and then beat the brakes off of Dallas and them. But Klay Thompson even almost made Kevin Durant fall with a little step back move. That was kind of crazy. Not Klay Thompson getting you like that, man. But anyway, so yeah, it was announced that Coach Mike Brown's fired.
Yeah.
The Sacramento Kings head coach Mike Brown was terminated yesterday. Was that yesterday or the day before yesterday?
I think it was like
day before yesterday, after a 4-point dagger by Jaden Ivey from the Detroit Pistons, capping off a 5-game losing streak. Now, what's so cold about it is that when he got fired, he had just held an entire practice after that loss, tough one, and then had a 15-minute media day press conference where he was talking to the media about what had happened and all that. And after the hard practice, like I said, Mike Brown was on his way driving to the plane to be on a trip because they play LA tonight, the Lakers, and got the phone call that he was going to be fired. What's your thoughts on it, bro? Because I got some strong thoughts on it.
I feel like it doesn't make any sense. They just gave him an extension. As I'm reading, I was checking out some other stuff. I was doing some other. They just gave him. I went black. Somebody don't like me. I lost my lights. Hold on.
Did you pay the light bill, bro?
Yeah, my bill is paid. This is crazy.
It's the ghost.
Hold on, I gotta turn on the boost light. Sorry.
I might be losing my light soon too.
Sorry. This is whack. My apologies. My apologies. My bad. Sorry about that. I forgot where was that. Oh no, I was reading this. It says months after giving him an extension. Like, why would you give somebody an extension and then don't even give them a chance to prove themselves? The Sacramento Kings went from being virtually nobodies, you know what I mean, with a good team. Nobody's with a good team for a long time to a team that's, consistently, since he's been there, been going to the playoffs. I don't understand the problem with these owners, and they not giving their coaches the opportunity to do what they do best. And some dudes are good at building teams and getting to that point where they can become really good. I don't feel like they just got the Rosen this year.
Yeah.
So you got to get him integrated to the team.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things, pieces. Some pieces they lost, some pieces they gained. There's a lot of things that you have to do over every time you start a season. So it's always, and I hate it before All-Star game because it really feels like you didn't give him a chance. Like you didn't give him to All-Star break to see what he can do. It's because the team is, every team goes through a rut. Some teams have to come out of it later than others. But the way the West is, your record ain't got to be amazing, and you can still make it in the bottom from 7 to 8. I mean, from 6 to 8. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, 6 to 9 or 6 to 10 even because of the playing and stuff like that. So they can still could have got there. That just feel like they didn't give them a chance. I hate the fact, especially for black coaches, that the rope is so short. It feels like it doesn't feel like even though I can't front in the NBA coach the rope for coaches is short, just like regardless because of what era we're in this microwave era where everybody wants you to win 50 games right now. You got 3 good players, so you should be winning. And it's like no, because everybody else got 3 good players. Plus they got 5, 6, 7 players. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not. We're not in the East, dog. We in the West. Everybody got 2 to 3 dudes that can wax that ass. Pause. So it's like I don't want. And then we the Kings. Like some teams are snake bitten, and I got this team over 500. For the most part, not even though not like right now, but I'm saying for the most part, how it's been. He's been keeping his team in the winning side of the percentage, and now you just gonna fire him after he just got a new player, still trying to get integrated. The players love him. I really don't understand the firing at all.
Good point. Good point about the integration of a star player. Yeah, the Sacramento Kings just acquired DeMar DeRozan in this offseason. So it takes a while. It takes some molding and some figuring out, before we can get to the winning. Michael Malone, the head coach of the Denver Nuggets, I think he
And he was coach of
expressed
the year too. That's crazy.
Michael Malone expressed the some sentiments that I agree with. Michael Malone called the owner of the Sacramento Kings a coward, say he has no class and no balls, because he called Mike Brown on the phone to fire him. He didn't do this face to face, didn't hold a meeting, no dignity involved in that. Darian Fox, though, was being interviewed after it happened during a practice and said that Mike Brown had just signed that extension, like you alluded to, right? 2 years, 2-year extension, doubling his salary. That money still has to be paid out to him. So, hey, to get paid $9 million a year to sit at home and chill, hey, and he's a sought after coach
Yeah, he's
because
not gonna be sitting.
he was a big part of what we did in Golden State, especially for our defense. So,
So I was surprised if he ended up back in Golden State because I'm pretty sure he done built a home and everything out here in Cali somewhere. So he,
yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. Yeah, Mike Brown resume. He's a 4-time NBA champion, 2-time Coach of the Year, and has been a part of 3 different finals teams. And you spoke on it earlier. He led the Sacramento Kings to their first playoff stint in 2022-23, ending or snapping a U.S. sports record 17-year playoff drought. So,
he fired his.
and y'all fire him, like damn, like shit. Can
Mm-hmm.
can you give him some grace? Can he mess up a little bit? Like damn,
Yeah,
like we just started the damn year. We only
because
what 20?
looking at the players, they look like we got De'Aaron Fox, we got Sabonis, the dude that's, he pretty much triple double dude. You got a guy who was the clutch player of the year. Then you got the most lethal. a mid game person in the game, but all that stuff has to come together because it can't. Everybody ball can't go in the basket at the same time. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes, indeed.
I think
Yes, indeed.
these owners and stuff forget that. Like, the ball can't go in at the same time, bro. We got to take turns, and they gotta fit into the scheme to where we win.
It's only one basketball. Yeah, it's only one basketball. So Doug Christie is going to be stepping in as the interim head coach.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. From what I remember about Doug Christie,
Make
he
me
was just a
proud.
hard nosed player.
Doug Christie is always be floating around somehow. He be
Say
there.
that again.
I say Doug Christie just always be floating around somehow. He just always be like just
Yeah,
around. Something about him is either it's a story about his mama damn near getting her butt kicked in the hallway, or his wife in the whatchamacallit basketball wise, or it's him mentor. He's just around. He like a roach. Like he's always around. Thank
uh, I just hear I just remember Doug Christie. He was one of those like 3 and D guys before 3 and D was a thing, and he was like really emphasis on the D. Pause.
you. Pause.
Oh,
Super pause.
yeah,
Jesus
super.
Christ.
That's crazy. That's
No,
crazy.
no Diddy. That deserves
Defense.
to know Diddy. Sheesh.
No Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
meant to
can't
say defense,
repeat.
dog. Defense. Defense. Emphasis on defense.
Pause,
That Christie
Bert.
love.
You like Doug. Pause. Jesus, what is we doing right now, bro? You could have said that better.
So
But
our
no, go
yeah, in our comment section, we got people doubling down on the pause section.
go ahead.
Yeah, Doug Christie, former New York Knick, former Sacramento King, was really heavy on the defensive end. So I imagine that's what he's going to bring to the Sacramento Kings. But to me, Mike Brown did that, right? Like that was his mentality. He was a defensive first kind of coach. I
I wonder
just
what it was. I wish I would have had time to do. I've been having a lot going on. I wish I had more time to get into more detail of if there's any background. I didn't hear nothing or anything. I have to do some snooping around because I wonder what made them fire him, because I feel like even though the record isn't
the Sacramento Kings are 13 and 18.
I feel like the record is about par with these Warriors and teams that's at the lower level that ain't even considering firing their coach. And they just gave up on them after just signing. It don't, like I said, why pay somebody to sit home and pay him all that money? Let them at least get the year out. And if the year just went in just terribly, then like maybe we might. But I still would like still give him. I mean, he just took y'all to he was the coach of the year, and he just took y'all to the playoffs after 17 years and not ever even sniffing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's crazy, bro. That's
That
crazy.
is.
And I mean, and he's a proven coach, like you said, with all the teams he ended up being with, all the championships he won as a assistant and everything. And like he knows how to win. He knows how to help teams win. And it doesn't make any sense. I like. Sometimes you want to meet some of these owners and just slap them like, "Come here, just come here. What do you think? What you doing? Take your ass in the house and leave stuff alone."
I don't know. It speaks. I think Coach Kerr was spoke on it too, that these organizations like the Spurs, the Heat, the Warriors built an identity, a culture that they understand that sometimes you are going to go through a rough patch, man. It's going to happen. You can't win all the time. You just can't.
Yeah.
You know, players get injured, like De'Aaron Fox did for a couple games, like my guy off the bench. I can't remember his name.
Monk.
Malik Monk, yes, Malik Monk got injured for a couple of games for a stint. DeMar DeRozan being acclimated, like these things happen. Everybody need a little grace, man. But De'Aaron Fox kind of spoke and said, "Man, this is the business. When we win, the Sacramento Kings, De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis get all the credit. But when they lose, on the other hand of that it's the coach is going to get all all the blame for it, and that's just
But see,
it's what it is.
it is. It's don't. But sometimes you have to have enough power within yourself or wherewithal within yourself to know not to make a move. Everybody's so anxious to make a move. Sometimes you need to steadfast and just be in the moment and just stay there and just put your feet in the cement and be like, all right, this is what we doing. Because like it comes through sometimes, man. Look, some of the greatest teams of all times, Bulls included, have had them patches where they couldn't get over the hump. That
Yeah,
they, were teams that was just better than them. And they stuck with Phil. Like, all right, Phil, we can't, we ain't beating the Pistons right now. I know we ain't beating Celtics right now. But I know eventually you gonna get it. And then boom, when you get to know everybody on your team, the coaches know everybody, the players know each other, the trainers know each other, the assistants know each other and stuff. It just builds a different type of chemistry that flows through the whole team. So when somebody's feeling bad, everybody feeling bad. And if he ain't on hit, everybody's job, all right, let's get them hot. Like, you know what I mean? Those things mean a lot when you're winning. And if you look at the teams that are the best teams right now, those are the teams with that chemistry. Celtics, Warriors, like
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, teams that's been with each other, had the same coach, been rocking out for the last 3 or 4 years. They all know each other, last name, first name, sisters, mamas, aunties. You know what I mean? Like it all that stuff plays a part into winning. And I think these owners, like I say, being in this microwave mode, like, okay, y'all just won the championship. Y'all just went to the playoffs last year. Y'all should be better than y'all was last year. No, you lucky you made the playoffs last year. Now you need to build on that, bro.
Yeah,
You're in the West and you're Sacramento. Like,
yeah, man.
get that in your brain, bro. Your team is snake bitten. It's just known across the NBA. You have one of those teams. Knicks, Sacramento, Charlotte. It's a few teams that are just snake bitten. Hawks, like it's some teams that they just like that. So when you get a coach that's bringing that kind of pressure and winning and stuff like that, you hang on to that. You don't stray away from that and then try to do something else. That don't make no damn sense. It don't make sense.
And like I said earlier, it looked like he was really, really building a culture there with the light, the beam, and all that bull jive. There was a culture building there. There was some chemistry building there. You got your star De'Aaron Fox getting shoe deals. You got Sabonis being mentioned for All Star. There was something there,
He was building
and
Warriors in Sacramento. If you look at the
he
way the
was.
team is,
He was.
he's basically trying to build a version of the Warriors. Like the Aaron would be Steph, and the Rosen would be Clay, and then Sabonis would be Dre. Like he was building that in there, and like the same thing with the Warriors. It took time, but it came a little bit faster because they had already established what they established with Mark before Steve came. So when Steve came, all he had to do was just put the icing on the cake. You put them little touches in to make them focus more on defense. And I think this is just an offensive game. It's more important that you stop somebody than you score on somebody, because scoring is effortless. Like you gonna score, but
Right.
how much you stop somebody? Like, you know what I mean? So once he made them understand that defense is just as important as offense, the Warriors took off. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing with the Sacramento. Like those injuries, they don't have the type of team where a person like De'Aaron or Malik or somebody get hurt and they just gonna keep winning. They don't have that kind of team.
No, they
They got
don't.
the kind of team that all the Lego and the Tetris pieces have to be in place in order to get to the next level. Like They that type of thing.
And I was looking at I was thinking about Keegan Murray because he was really coming to under the Mike Brown regime. So I hope whoever they hire next, um, whether it be Doug Christie or whoever else, really look at Keegan Murray and allow him to have that green light. But on to the next subject, man. NBA OGs on Christmas Day. Steph, Bron, and Kevin Durant all sat down and had a conversation just about these past couple of years in their careers and what they're looking forward to and what's going on with them. And they were mentioning retirement and Steph in particular was talking about, basically we know that we're coming to the end of our careers and accepting that. And to me that sounded really humble in a way. And it also made me sad. Like, did you get a chance to listen to the conversation?
Pieces of it.
Pieces, yeah, it was pieces. I predict, and I think it's an easy prediction. Kind of like when Mike finally retired from the NBA, there was a huge drop off in viewership. You feel like the same thing's going to happen once Steph and LeBron leave?
Yeah, especially since it's somewhat of a drop off, being that people aren't excited about the style of basketball as they were maybe a year ago when the Warriors. I mean, like 2 or 3 years ago when the Warriors were at their peak and the threes was going in a lot more and stuff like that. The James Harden era and all that stuff. The shots was going in more for more teams and stuff. It's gonna drop off for a second, but as we will talk about in the next subject, like we got some people that's coming in that can keep it going. But initially, LeBron is gonna be missed because he
Yeah.
was somebody people like to watch play. Steph definitely gonna be missed because he's the game. He's the game right now. He is what the game is right now. Shooting. Like if you take the best shooter ever out the game that pretty much is patterned after him, yeah, it's gonna be some viewership dropping off because the only dude that can shoot like him is gone. So everybody's tuning in to see that shot and see people shoot like that, and once they find out, ain't nobody like him for real. You know what I'm saying? The league gonna change. It's gonna change. It's gonna change. It's good. Y'all want to see what the league is later? Watch Denver. Watch San Antonio. Watch them
Yeah.
and watch them kind of teams. You want to see what our league is about to be. Because it ain't no more Steph. It ain't no more Steph. It ain't no more Clays. It ain't none of that popping off, man. Niggas ain't making 15, 16 threes one dude. Dudes ain't using that as a weapon no more. Y'all can say, I don't care who you can say, Trey, Ice Trey. There is no Steph. There is no Steph, bro. There will never be another Steph. Ever. You will never see that. The level of concentration you have to make that 3-point shot at that level, people don't have the patience for. People can't practice, don't have the patience to practice like that. You know what I mean?
Some talent, some dudes are simply special. You can't mimic that, dude. You
Yeah.
can't. There's no. I don't care how many times you practice. I don't care how you shoot it. You can't mimic that guy. You can't. Kobe was close, but you can't mimic Jordan. You can't mimic. KD.
Yeah.
It's just certain dudes are special, and Steph Curry is one of those. So oh my God, that's gonna be a sad day in the Harris household. When Steph hang it up, man, that's
Yeah.
gonna be tough for me. I ain't gonna lie.
But
I
I love the fact that LeBron, him, and a lot of these dudes did eventually change the narratives about themselves from being we don't think that, we don't know, can he do it? And then it's, yeah, he can
Yeah.
do it. Like, I'm saying, especially for Steph, like, because everybody knew LeBron was going to get one at some point. Like, you know what I mean? At some point, he's just too big and too strong and just doing too much. So, you know what I mean? But everybody really doubted Steph. This dude, 6 feet, 100, look like 100 pounds soaking wet. And all they do is shoot. And you mean to tell me he next, you know, a lot of these dudes like, come on, man, I'm going to punch him. He ain't going to be able to do nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And a million threes later, changing the whole league, like, make
Yeah.
about what he do. Look at where we at. Like, you know what
Look
I'm
where
saying?
we at, man. I remember seeing who was that? That was Flynn and Ricky Rubio being drafted before Steph Curry, and I was happy as a Golden State fan. Like, okay, I just saw what he was doing at Davidson.
Yeah.
Like, if he could kind of mimic that and Golden State, man, like we might have something. I was like I'm happy
I
about
think
this.
that they talk about his NBA career, but people don't talk enough about that Davidson run. He was like a one-man wrecking crew by himself. Like, people for you 50, 30, 60, 40, 20, 30, 40, 50. He was all threes, though.
Tough, tough. What stood out to me about that conversation between Steph, Bron, and Kevin Durant was Kevin Durant talked about how cool they are off the court. He was like, but it's a dog eat dog world. He's like, once we step on the floor, he's like, I hate them. He's like, it's a dog eat dog world. I don't want them to take what I have. So when after the tip and the lights come on, I love them off the court, but I hate them on the court, man. He's like, I'm trying to take their head off. And that speaks to that old school mentality. A lot of times what we speak about, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you my brother, but between them lines, dog, I don't know you.
Yeah. Straight up.
I
Yeah.
don't know you, man.
Yeah. I'm
I'm
talking
trying
because and the people who don't understand it's worse when it's your brother or your family. It's actually worse because I gotta go home with this motherfucker.
to.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I gotta get in the car and he gonna talk smack all the way back to the house. When we get to the house, when we wake up in the morning, all the way until I whoop his ass next game. He gonna be sitting up here talking smack, and I gotta hold that until but to me it builds character because you ain't finna do this again all night. Something about to happen. I'm gonna either beat your ass, I'm gonna beat your ass. Like it's gonna be it's gonna be it's gonna be one of those, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna hear this all night again, you know. But
That's
yeah, man. Like so, I can imagine it's at a higher level because we talking about paying your rent, taking care of your kids. So me doing that to you is significant. Like I have to show them like this dude ain't as good as y'all think he is. Because if you don't, I ain't gonna get that contract and stuff like that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
man.
So,
Yeah.
so for them, the stakes is higher in that regard. You know what I mean? So yeah, it better be like that. And you see, and you see the best players are like that. You know what I mean? Even whether they're quiet, loud, or whatever, they they're assassins. It's like, okay, all right, soon as I bought, what's up, bro? Oh, what's up, bro? You just said hi. What happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Kevin Durant actually mentioned that. He was like,
yeah,
man, y'all see Steph, and he like to smile, and he got, the light skin and Bron always cool off the court. He ain't got no blemishes. He was like, but these dudes are assassins. And he
yeah,
was like, and that shaped me. So Steph Curry was talking about how it's funny because he does something that I do, and when I'm training or when I was training, is Steph said he envisions Bron on the court while he's training, going through his movements and like in his shot, and Kevin Durant and other like stars of the league, like while he's training, he's like he use it as motivation to push him more and to go harder while he's training. And bro, yeah, you become a whole psycho because you be thinking about scenarios in your head and what kind of situations and predicaments you're gonna be in and who's gonna be guarding you. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, you during my training, you were in my head, especially when I was coming up. Or shout out to my cousin Vern or Jason. Like, dog, when I'm practicing my crossovers, yeah, I'm practicing making one of y'all fall or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
No,
So
I understand. No, believe me, I get it. Like, we had people at school like that. Like certain
yeah,
people I was embarrassed. Like, I'm dunking on him today. I'm tired of this thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta make him go, all right, bro, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta do it. Like, or just make like this just moments when you see, and it's kind of weird because you see it, but it's like I saw this months ago, but then it happened, and you like,
yep,
oh, this is that time right now, right? You know what I'm saying?
yep,
And to make you go, oh, here it is, boom, like, you know what I mean? And you got to do it, and it's like, and somehow, some way, if you good, it happens, and when you do it, it just feels. That's what make people do that thing. You look up at the sun and at the sky, at the gods, and just like, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah,
yeah,
finally,
yeah.
I got
Or
him. Look
or
at
there's
him, he's on his pockets, finally. Like, you know what I mean?
or
So yeah,
there's
that
no reaction
that's
at all because
being
you
a
knew it would
competitor
happen.
is about. You feel me? That's what being a competitor is about. Just thinking the moments and manifesting them and then making them happen and then proving to yourself, yeah,
Yeah,
I do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can do that too. And then you're the whole perception that everybody on the court, even the person that's guarding you that's been whooping your ass all the time. He like, all right, okay, now I gotta guard this motherfucker.
yeah,
Like, yeah, we
yeah.
here this summer. We here this summer, punk. Yeah, I've been waiting all year for this. Like, yeah, 1,500 shots, 30 passes behind and back against the wall, 30 this way, 30 that way. I'm
Yeah.
boy, like, you know what I'm saying? You
T
better
Street
hope you
said
on my team, type shit. You better hope you on my team today. So I can say, because you ain't winning. I'm just
I
telling you,
get pissed off when
nobody.
that happens. I get pissed off when that happens when I've been thinking about murdering somebody all week, all
Then they
month,
end
and we
up.
finally get to the gym and he either not at the gym or he on my team. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I want to be traded, but then you don't want to lose. You're like, oh no, that's all right, all right. I don't want to lose today, so I guess so. Yeah,
T Street said that shit, that Shep syndrome from above the rim. Right.
yeah.
Shep was
You
out
ever
there with no ball.
talk to yourself?
Yeah, yes, yes.
You
Um,
hear me, Crazy Jay? I don't know what his name was like. He
so
said he was
who
just
who
cross him over.
who who's next, bro? Who got up next? Who's our next superstars of the NBA? Who is going to make you want to turn on the NBA to watch games? Who's next?
So when we get this Leave It on the Court podcast popping and I get rich, right?
Right.
My first buy is Wimby a personality. That's the first thing I'm gonna buy when I get rich. Is Wimby Yama a little personality? That's what we're gonna do. Because if he just had Ant's personality, boom, we got a star. It sparkles and stuff fly and land. But Luke, Ant Man, Jokic, Luca, Wimby. That's who's next up. SGA. I do like that even though he's more quiet and reserved to himself, he's still a pop out for a commercial, SGA, but he's him in his commercials. Like, yeah, baby, I put holes in the basket. I mean, basketballs, whatever you want to call them. He's like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? You want to play for me, baby? Feel me? You know what I'm saying? We're going to pump you up and then I'm going to dunk your ass. You know what I'm saying? That's, but yeah, though, for real, that's who's up next. I love Ant Swag personality, the way he is as a person. I just hope that he realized that basketball game is a job, and don't let that override that. Don't let him being out in the spotlight and you being out there override the fact that this is still a job, man, and the job is to be the greatest. Not just because if you're the greatest, the championships fall into place with that. You know what I mean? So that's the job, not the actual game and going in. The job is to be the greatest, man. I don't know what anybody else is playing for. And I don't see what anybody else playing for. You playing for the money, you shouldn't be playing. If you playing just to win championships, you shouldn't be playing. If you playing just to be this dude for 1 year or make an all-star team or do any of these accolades, you shouldn't be playing. If you're not playing to be the greatest dude ever, then it's no point. It's no point. You know what I mean? And it's a few dudes I see a little bit of that in. Like I say, the Ants, Jokic, even though he's nonchalant about it, you can tell he want to whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Pause.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, whatever it seemed like he ain't doing good. It don't even seem like he's type of dude that practice a lot or nothing. But you can't be that good and
No,
you not
not
working.
that good. Nah.
you can't be
Yeah.
that good and not be working at your shit.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? So
Jokic is
to
psycho.
me, the workout we may not think he doing, that dude he in the lab. That dude in the lab, and he trying to give you a triple every time he see you, and he trying to get better at the scoring. Like, I want to get 30 and 40-point triple doubles and stuff like that. Like him and Luka too. Luka just making people look bad. So he works hard at that. He like, I just like his smile make you want to punch him. Like, I don't make another
Hey,
fadeaway. Go ahead,
hey,
do it again. Do it. I
hey,
swear
Luke,
to God, I'm
Luke,
gonna send you
Luke.
back home. I swear. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you make you want to do that because it making him. I make it on you. Like, you weak ass fucker. Like, it's like, bro, I will punch you. I swear to God, if I didn't get suspended, I swear I'll trip you. I swear, like Lucas. So I know he work at his thing because he just like making people look too bad. He's
Yeah.
just like, you know what I'm saying, I like making these dudes look bad. They think because they play the candy with their 1,500 shots. I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, they think I'm not working because I fat. No, it's just
Bro,
like beer after
bro.
practice. But you don't like beer? Like, and shot the vodka. So you know what I'm saying?
Luka,
Like,
Luka is shit talker too. He
yeah.
really is. The way I see this,
He said,
I think we got two or
hold on.
three
They
different.
said, why not JT and Jalen
I'm
Brown?
getting to it.
After for that.
I'm getting to it. The way I see it, it looks like three different waves of stars now. Will they become superstars? Who is that? I think that was Charles Barkley said it's truly only max two superstars in the NBA: LeBron James, Steph Curry. Those are superstars. Everybody else is just a star. So will any of these guys become superstars that make you want to turn on the damn TV? I only see that in one guy right now so far. But the waves, the crops I see right now, because you got the 30-year-olds, Giannis, Joker, Embiid. They're 29, 30, 31. Those guys. And they're really, really good players. But are they superstars? I don't know. I don't know if those guys make you want to turn on the TV. Like the casual. Me, yeah, I like watching them play a lot. And then the second crop around like they're 25, 26 year olds is SGA. Luca, he 25, and Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is the only one who got a ring of that crop.
He's just too dry. He too
Yeah,
dry. He's
Jason
so
Tatum.
dry. Like, superstars have all the intangibles, including the off-court intangibles, and that's being able to be a personable person. He's so dry. Have y'all ever watched any of these commercials?
Yeah,
Like, these commercials, they try not to give him lines because he's so damn
the,
dry.
the commercial, his best
Oh, I'm
commercial,
gonna pause. I'm gonna pause it. But yeah.
his best commercial is the Gatorade commercial because he didn't have a line.
He didn't have a line.
He just sat there and
Yeah, that's what
with the
was Clay
green purple
problem.
drip.
Y'all think you want to know why you didn't see Clay during that championship run? Because he's fucking boring. He's boring.
Whatever, boy. You don't know about party time, Clay.
Man, man, anytime you wear a captain hat, you a square. I don't care what
Hey,
anybody talking
he
about.
is a square.
Yeah, super
Jason
duper.
Tatum got a ring. He the pretty boy 6'10". What's going to help him is his new baby mama, Ella May. Like that, it look like that could be a little power couple there. Ella May got songs about him and stuff. That's going to help him out.
But who you talking about? Who? JT?
Yeah.
No, Okay, well, I was gonna say about Jalen. Jalen too militant, man. Jalen too. He too.
Oh, Jalen Brown. Yeah.
Anyway, he too
Jalen.
left wing. He too left wing to be the star. Like he
Not only that, honestly, for Jalen Brown's ceiling is Scottie Pippen. Is what Scottie Pippen was. He which Scottie Pippen was a superstar, played on the Dream Team, great player, but he has been in the Robin role for a long time, and he has this militant attitude about himself. He carries himself a certain way.
Streets. I'm
You
about
don't
to say.
have
I want to see Steve Street. I'm sorry, I didn't mean this, bro. Look, I'm gonna come out there and meet you, dude. That dude ain't even fit. That dude ain't finna be no good. Isaiah Arenas, his daddy his arrogance is gonna be his downfall.
Isaiah Arenas. Oh, Elijah
Elijah,
Arenas.
or whatever.
Yeah, Elijah Arenas.
But no, go ahead, finish your thought. I was just going to catch that before it moved up. He gonna box these streets. That dude is boxing nothing.
and then the younger crop, the last crop, that's Wimby. That's Anthony Edwards. Those guys, to me, as of right now, has the most potential to make people want to turn on their TV and watch the game, even the casuals, because Anthony Edwards' attitude is reminiscent of Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan. And then Wemby is a freaking alien. He's a freaking alien, dude. No player in NBA history has ever hit 7 3-pointers in a game and have 4 blocks. Like that that's never happened. And he did it 4 games in a row.
Who you talking about, Wimby?
Wemby, yes.
Man,
7
he's
threes and 4 blocks.
700. It's hard.
Right.
I understand blocks are hard, but are they really hard for him? If you have any athleticism, and if I was 7 anything, you ain't making nothing around me either.
Chris
So it's
Porzingis not doing it.
huh?
Chris Porzingis not doing it. Yao Ming didn't do it.
But
Like,
at not 7 blocks, but at Kristaps' peak, he did lead the league in shot blocks though.
yeah,
For the
but
Nets. And in
and
like 2 and 3, he was up in the 2 and 3 area too. It wasn't like no 1.2 or some shit. He was out there tossing stuff in New York. You know what I mean? So he did have a moment in time. No, I get it, but he has such a long way to go. Is he even 20 yet? Like he's 20, right?
Wemby,
Yeah.
yeah, he just that dude just made 20 years old, bro.
So
He's
he
not
got
even
such
old enough to
a long
drink.
way to go. Like he has
It,
a chance. So, but I'm thinking like the next crop, like people right after LeBron and them, you got it, Anthony, Luca. Those are 2 with the most personality at the top, and then after that, whoever under that, the Jokic, the SGA's, Tyrese Maxey's, uh, MB was up there, but his antics has bring him down because he was one of them dudes that everybody liked to see play. His attitude, how he is on the court, people was loving him at first, but when you start, not when you're not playing all the time and stuff like that, that kind of like changes people's outlook and perception on you. You know what I mean?
yeah. There's 2 questions. What will it take to get the views that Stephen Brown provided? Do y'all think young stars have enough potential to make that? And then can can mellow. I guess LaMelo Ball ascend. So two-parter, yeah, yes. I was actually going to mention LaMelo Ball in that younger crop. He has a lot of personality.
He got Charlotte.
His problem is his health. He just got to stay on the damn court,
That too.
and
He got the
then
guy in Charlotte.
and then
Him and
he has to win. Yeah, you put LaMelo Ball in a goddamn Laker uniform or a Celtic uniform, or
You want to
even
talk about the explosion?
yeah,
If you can stay healthy and you put him in one of them squad, you talking about the explosion of just like, oh, we didn't even see this dude coming. There he is. There's the star. There you go, right there.
yeah.
That dude, he just got it all, bro. I don't care what anybody say. And that's a pause on that or whatever. The dude got everything: charisma, swag, get dropped up, looking clean at the same time. Like, bruh. And he fits the new the younger mindset, like, loud colors, all the crap, like, you know what I'm saying? He's like right in this line of TikTok era dude. Like, you feel me? He's perfect dude.
Yeah, man.
Like a damn, like, he just put on some sherbet ice cream balls, outfits and shit, like they get loud colors, and you know what I'm saying? Like, he fits perfect. Like,
So that answers that question. Yeah, there are some young guys who have the potential to get the views like that. It's just one of them is in the wrong market. He over in Charlotte, and for the Hornets, you take him and put him in a Laker uniform or a Celtic uniform or Golden State, or just get him a team where he can win and do it constantly because you can.
While he's on that court, I still feel like certain dudes are hurt because how trash their team is. I really feel that way. When the team is winning, dudes is playing. When the team is losing, that leg hurt a little bit more than it was winning.
And I sit out a little while longer because we ain't winning anyway.
My calf moved down to my foot. What's our record? We've been 2-10. Oh yeah, now the toe hurt. I gonna make it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's connected to the calf. Got 2 injuries.
Take Zion and LaMelo and put them on the same team. I bet that viewership will go up.
Who you put on the team?
Zion and LaMelo.
No,
I bet they won't be. I bet they won't be as injured as much. I bet people want to see that show. I bet.
I don't think Zion wants to be injured anymore because he hurt so much. I just don't think he can be healthy. I don't think he can get his body right. Unless he's willing to go talk to LeBron and do exactly what LeBron does, he's doomed. That dude's doomed.
He doomed because he played for the New Orleans Pelicans. I just had some gumbo so good, it almost slapped my mom through the phone. It's hard. It is hard to lose weight here, man. Take Zion, put him in Utah. Take him and put him in Golden State, man. Take him somewhere else, man. Get him away from here. Last subject, Jimmy Butler.
Oh, you Butler. Steph, make that call. Make that phone call, Steph. Call. Hello, nigga. Bring your ass out here. I'm putting you on a dolly. I don't care what it is. You leaving them porno hoes alone, and you gonna sit up there, and we ain't eating nothing but fish and curry. Get it? Pause that. But you know what I mean? You ain't eating nothing but good foods. Swear to God, just come out here. Help me get one more. I swear to God, if I ain't shooting the 3, I'm throwing a alley to you. It's gonna work.
Bruh.
Sorry about my own. I'm just saying though.
Bruh. Put Zion in Golden State, man. Last subject.
That just sounds so
Gambling.
No get ducked on in 3. It's like, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, like I can't. You just losing from all angles. This is like, oh,
Yeah.
that's just mean. That's just scowling. And just stick a big dude back there. You just block everything. We don't need you on offense. You just block all the shots.
Bruh.
Me and this
Bruh.
nigga got this. You know what I'm saying?
Jimmy Butler requested a trade from the Miami Heat per Shams. He wants to be traded before the February 6th deadline.
I feel
His,
so stupid.
his preferred teams are the Golden State Warriors or the Phoenix Suns. Why do you feel stupid?
Because I said I didn't think Jimmy would want to go anywhere. I think I said that on one of the shows, and I really, really meant that. I'm like, who wants to freaking leave Miami? Who would want to leave Miami?
Jimmy Butler is 34 years old now, getting a couple of nagging injuries. Got sick the other night, left the game after 7 minutes of playtime. I think he's to the point where I made all my money. I want to win now. I want to win. Um, if you're Jimmy Butler, what team interests you the most?
Say the teams again.
Golden State Warriors or the Phoenix Suns?
Definitely not the Suns. I ain't going nowhere with Durant. Forget that dude. So, so like, I don't care what y'all say. Yeah, he the skinny assassin shooter dude, but he can't win. If his Steph ain't next to him, he can't win. I don't know how much him, Kawhi, it's just certain dudes. Y'all need to, Kawhi, early Kawhi. Yeah, we got love early Kawhi. But since Toronto Kawhi, Kevin Durant, since the Warriors, Devin Booker, since the finals, it's a couple of dudes y'all can just write that off. Let that go. Let that go.
Oh,
Let it go. No finals, no close to the final. Let that go, dog. I know these y'all favorite players. Let that go. Unless one of these dudes go to somewhere like a super team one more time. Let
yeah.
that go, bro. Let that Devin Booker, Kevin Durant shit go, bro. Let that shit go, bro. It's over. It's over, dude. It's over. Dude, it's over. So send him to Golden State where you know what I'm saying, Steph and them, still want to win over there. Like, you know what I mean? But anytime a dude that you regard as one of the best just says, I want to play ball, that's all I want to do is play ball, get him the hell up out of here. I don't care what anybody say, bro. Get him up out of here. He ain't no winner. He don't want to win. He's content. I got me a ring. I got me two. And I think I was the best dude when it happened. When if you're a real basketball guy, we know that Steph really was the MVPs. Like you know what I mean? Like if you're a real basketball guy, you're watching the game. Like I want to have one of the moments where my brother breaks down how much Steph was getting double teamed to where this dude can do the shit he was doing in Cleveland. Like, I just want y'all to know that, yeah, he got them MVPs, but those were Steph's MVPs. Just to keep it a bean. Like, you know what I mean? So, let that go, man. Let that Kevin Durant, Booker, Bill shit, let that shit go, bro. They're not ever going to win anything together. Just let that go.
So the Phoenix Suns would, I don't think they would trade Kevin Durant, and I know for damn sure they ain't gonna trade Devin Booker, which only leaves Bradley Beal. But Bradley Beal would have to waive his no trade clause to go to Miami. And if I'm Bradley Beal, I don't know if I want to go to Miami simply because
Yeah, because you're an idiot. And you're going to go because you're an idiot, because you're stupid, because he thinks he still got, I'm 30 points a game, Bradley Beal. So this is what dudes with ego still after 30 do. I wouldn't be shocked.
I don't. I would, yeah. To me, I'm choosing Golden State, or I'm looking at a team like maybe Minnesota. If I'm Jimmy Butler, like,
No,
and it's probably unreal. It's probably unreal.
I could see Jimmy in New York because of him and Tibbs' history.
They got a lot of New York would have a lot to give back for for Jimmy Butler to Miami. Because Pat Riley, like I think T Street said, Pat Riley gonna want he gonna want a deal. He ain't gonna
I know
let
in
Jimmy
New
go for
York,
nothing.
it just kind of like re-signed everybody. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I just so for Golden State, I think what Jonathan Kuminga will make a good pairing with Tyler Hero. Like that'd be a future backcourt
But
that you can swing the
is
three.
Steph and Jimmy too old of a backcourt though?
Jimmy will have to play the way
Like
Kerr,
they
the
can't,
way
nobody get hurt, nobody at all.
if we can keep Andrew Wiggins, if we do Steph, Wiggins, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, Trace Jackson, like that's nice. That's okay. I mean of course it's in my head, but in your head, Steph, Wiggins, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, Trace Jackson. Is that a championship contending
No,
team? Is that a contender?
no, it's too old. It's too old, bro. Too old.
And if they not a contender, then there's no reason to make that move because you
No.
you be giving away a guy
I'm just
that
saying if we had to make a trade, I would rather, for his sake, that he would go to the Warriors. But
you don't think Steph still got
Jimmy
it.
would have to be committed every game. He could
He
not
don't.
have a night off. He can't have the only Jimmy. I mean, he would have to be playoff Jimmy all playoffs. Because you never know what you're getting out of Draymond. Because once Kuminga gone, that's your third scorer gone for sure. You feel me? You don't know what you're getting out of Draymond from game to game. Is he gonna play the whole game? Is he gonna play? Is he gonna play good if he plays the whole game? You know what I'm saying? It's like, so Jimmy would have to be Jimmy every night, and Steph would have to be Steph every night. And we're talking about two dudes past 30, and they're at the bottom, so they're gonna play a good team first.
I'm not worried about them in the playoffs. Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry in the playoffs is bananas. I'm worried about them during the regular season. Can they one build that chemistry and two stay healthy enough to win some games to get a good seeding in a
Like
playoff?
Steph ain't never not trying to play, so if he's good enough to go, he's gonna go. My thing is always with Jimmy. I feel like he's one of them dudes. If the team's good, I'm not hurt. If they ain't good, I'm hurt a little more than you think. So I would think him going to the Warriors, no matter how he feeling, he gonna play.
He gonna play, yeah. He gonna play. It's just
Who we
it's
getting?
still.
It's who we getting. Because at this point, they need him to be playoff Jimmy right now, so they can catch. You don't want to be eighth, ninth spot going into the playoffs. Not, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
with that
Age,
didn't play and shit. Yeah,
you don't want to be that. So he has to come in right now, make a difference, jump them up about 4 spots, get them somewhere in the 5-6 range where they're playing like either the middle team or somewhere in the lower bracket, or maybe get high enough to where they're playing somebody in the lower bracket. That's the only team. That's the only way that trade would work, and that team would go far. If they get first round OKC,
might be a wrap. It might be.
hey,
It might
I love
be.
you, bro. I love the Warriors, but we keeping in the beam. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think you want to see the pimp all 4 games. What? Oh, that's this. You know it's my time. Get off my corner. Just
Bruh,
you know what I'm saying? Y'all get the picket rings. What's going on? Put that bitch in the hole. You feel me?
the more I think
What?
about that,
Watch out,
with
Steph.
with
Watch out,
Wiggins
Steph.
and Jimmy Butler and Draymond to help guard that
God,
bullshit they got going on in
that's
AC
like two pit
OKC,
bulls.
that's nice.
That's like that. That's that pitch you don't want to walk by. You got two of them dudes back there, like, you know what I'm
Bruh,
saying?
Jimmy
Like,
Butler and Draymond Green.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Hey, yeah, I'll take all. Yeah,
Well, I'll
I
be
want that trade to happen.
it's Draymond barking like this now. One of them old dogs. No, I'm just playing.
And that's
Hey man,
time,
well,
bro.
that's an hour, man. We just left it on the court, man. I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight to our panel and everybody who always joins us. One love to y'all showing up as always. We really do appreciate y'all, brother. You know I love you, man. You know what I'm
Are you
saying?
too,
It's
big
always
bro?
a pleasure to do this with you always. You know, and I need everybody to go to that YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. You know what I mean? Hit us up on Instagram every Saturday at 6. Make sure you check us out on TikTok. Make sure you check us out on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? But until next Saturday, man. That's game.
Yeah, that is.
Nada, you can't tell me nada. I'm about a dollar. You can't tell me nada. Dollars, dollars.